channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new here, do not forget to subscribe. I do a bunch of videos all about festivals, EDM, Bassnectar pretty much. Today's video is going to be my review for New Year's Eve 360. This was my second 360 and my third year in a row spending my New Year's Eve with Bassnectar. There's literally no other way to spend the new year. If you know, you know. Kind of hard to do reviews on the Nectar events just because it's like, it is one night and it's always somewhere different. Without further ado, let's get into this review because people still want to know. So we're just gonna go like in chronological order of how things happened. So with getting inside, I thought I was going pretty freaking early. Me and my friends always go really late and try to get there like as late as we can because we get very sleepy and like want to be able to chill in the hotel as long as possible. So this year we're like, nope, we're gonna get there early. We want to get a pretty good seat because we wanted to be in the bleachers, so we wanted to make sure we get a relatively good seat and like experience the Haven, because I literally have friends that have been to like 5+ Nectar events. I've never seen the Haven because we don't get there in time to do that kind of stuff. I think we left at like 7:30. We heard that there was like a huge line, so we decided like we'll wait until the line dies down and then we'll go in so we don't have to wait as long like standing outside in the cold. By the time we got there, we thought we were getting there early. There was literally no line. None. Not a single soul was in line. We literally walked straight in. We realized we got there late because everyone else was already inside. So that's one thing to take note. People are definitely getting there earlier. Luckily, we did have friends go in at the beginning of the night that were able to save our small group of people that decided to go later seats. I think one person was allowed to save up to like 4 spots is now how it goes. When I got there, the security was so minimal at this venue. Again, this can change year to year. It depends on the venue and not necessarily like a Bassnectar 360 related thing, obviously. But this year I had a really easy time getting through security. I had 2 massive chains on my belt that could be unclipped in literally 2 seconds, not even. And when I went to go through the metal detector, I was like, yo, I'm gonna like take these off, I have chains. And they were like, oh no, don't bother taking them off, like we'll know why you're going off. So they let me just go through and like let the thing go off. And then I asked if they wanted to pat me down and they were like, we know why the alarm went off, it's because of the chains. I was like, okay, well what if something else also made it go off? I wasn't seeing anything else in, so it was fine. But yeah, definitely minimal security. Then once you got through and there was like not too big of crowds, there was an ambassador right there where I got a bracelet like immediately because that is like my #1 priority. So I didn't even have to think about that. Bracelet pretty much fell into my lap. Then the next thing is a water refill station right when you get in and the Haven. So I love the way that this was set up. So you can like check off everything that you want to do like right at the beginning. The reason my friends have not been to the Haven is because you kind of have to go out of your way to get to it and figure out where it is. So like everyone could walk right by the Haven. So that was like a big win for me and my friends. So now moving on to the sets. Obviously it was a 2-hour-long set, just like every other curated event. Starts at 11, goes to 1, so it like straddles the New Year's Eve time. I thought the set was amazing. Like he started off with a bang. I'm about to look up like the songs that he played. By the way, if you haven't been on 808 sets recently or don't know what it is at all, they just made a major improvement to the site, like the new version of it. Where you can have an account and like you can favorite the sets you've been to and it comes up with a bunch of stats about like your Bassnectar experiences, like what songs you've seen the most. Literally just so many amazing things. It's a good time. So he started off with the like Are You Ready acapella thing into freaking Heads Up, like we know you love it, okay. Then he did Weed with Maca, like by the Throwdown, Sounds of the Culture, Teleport Massive Overblow, then the new ID Open Your Mind. And at that point we're like 8 songs in and we were like, that was the best opening sequence, like give us a fucking break. I remember just looking around and being like, how is this fucking real? Like I do that every time I'm at a Nectar set. It's just me and my friends looking around like, huh? What's happening? I literally have chills right now thinking about it down my whole freaking body. I'm frigid. Like, Oh, so fucking good. Obviously, he did the hide and seek intro into the ball drop. Then the ball drop song was Empathy, which wasn't like my favorite, the empathy part, because I just saw Empathy at Forest, so I wasn't like dying, but it was like kind of iconic at the same time. The hide and seek part was like so fucking unreal. I loved it in the moment. I wish I appreciated it just like a tiny bit more now. Like looking back on it, I'm like, holy fucking shit. I definitely was almost crying, and I've never cried at a Nectar set. I was like this close to crying during hide and seek, full body chills, so I don't really know why I'm making it sound like I didn't appreciate it, because I was like kind of freaking out. I also thought he was about to play Lights, so that is another reason why I was freaking out, but it was a lot. He did the Renegade Master acapellas too before the ball drop, but he also did the Ricky Denzel Curry acapellas, which was like the mashup I didn't know I fucking needed. He played Reaching Out by Nero. He played fucking Feeling Good, like sick. He played Paracosm with a Don't Hate the 808 acapella. He played Infinite Forms of Creation, which was like a pretty beautiful moment. Then he played In the Hall of the Mountain King, which literally made me lose it. Like, that's probably the most iconic moment. I could not believe. I was like, this is like a train wreck. I fucking loved every second of it. Parade into Centuries. Then he did the family photo and said one more song, and I was like, that's kind of weird. We have like 20 minutes left, and like, you don't normally play one song after the family photo, and nope, he did not, which was just kind of glad he said that. Then I could be appreciative for every single song that he played after one, but the first one that he played was motherfucking Sexy Party, like, alright. And he ended with Plugged In, like, okay. I had just like, best set fucking ever. There's normally a moment during a Nectar set where I can start to be like, okay, like I was really fucking tired, and if I'm tired, I'll like literally be like zoning out, thinking about like how I want to be in bed and be really upset with myself that I can't get over it. But I was so fucking tired that I like couldn't even dance. I had to sit down and was like thoroughly enjoying every second still. It was just amazing. One thing that people did have to complain about a little bit, which like I didn't notice at the time, but I think I noticed this last year, was a little bit thrown off by it, but he just does it every year, is that the ball drop actually isn't always exactly on the dot. I think it was like 2 minutes late, which I personally didn't even notice. Like, I checked the time at like 11:55 and didn't check it again, but I think some people are like a little bit thrown off and are like, what the hell, you're late. But it's obviously hard to time that exactly within a set and making sure all the transitions are right, so I was personally okay with it. Moving on to leaving, there was a major traffic jam when we were leaving, which was a little bit frightening, just because like in today's day and age, you kind of know like you always need to have an eye on the exit. You never know what could happen, and we were stuck inside in a very, 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 very hot hallway for like probably 30 minutes, I would guess. Like, I was definitely feeling claustrophobic and worried, but nothing I couldn't make it through personally, but I'm sure that there's some people absolutely fucking panicking. That's just like an issue with how the venue's built, I guess. It was like kind of an older venue. Once I got out, I had like a 10 to 15 minute walk to my hotel, so it wasn't a big deal, but there were major Uber problems. I said this in my tips for 360 video. Ubers are gonna be hard. It's New Year's Eve, and you're also like combining New Year's Eve with the fact that you're at a concert. Like, it's just gonna be bad. So me and my friends made it top priority to be in a hotel close. Obviously, you can't always make that work, and that just sucks, because people said that they were there for like, I think people said they waited 3 to 4 hours to get an Uber home, and a lot of people walked to near hotels. They weren't absolutely freezing while waiting, and they were getting kicked out of hotel lobbies because you just can't do that, unfortunately. So that was definitely a major problem, but that's just New Year's Eve for you. So this year, the event took place in Louisville. It normally does take place somewhere in the South. I thought the city was like, okay. I don't really have that high of expectations when I go to things like this, because I know me and my friends aren't really gonna have the time to explore anyway. It wasn't like the best, but it definitely wasn't the worst. I liked it a lot better than in Greensboro last year. Though really the only time we did anything outside of the hotel room, because me and my friends were only there for one night, We went to get food the next day at the Eagle. Highly fucking recommend if you're in the area. Like I said, there was not tons to do. I saw people saying online that they like didn't have much to do, but I kind of like that he does the New Year's Eve events in these random places. As much as I love traveling and exploring, I hate going somewhere where I don't actually have time to see the stuff that I want to see. So it like eliminates the FOMO. Another great thing is that it makes like everything so much cheaper when it comes to hotels and Ubers and stuff. When we were in Atlanta, there's definitely a hefty price tag on the hotels compared to somewhere like Louisville. Another great part about staying in a smaller city is that the Bassheads can absolutely take over all the hotels, and like you see people everywhere out and about, even like going out to eat. Like literally everyone in the restaurant was pretty much a Basshead, so that makes it really fun. And yeah, I just enjoy that part. So moving on to my overall experience and review of the event, I had an amazing time. That was the best set I personally have ever seen, and I know a lot of people feel the same, and if not, it's in like top 5. Like I said, I loved how the Haven was right when you walked in. I thought the setup of it was pretty cool. There were some problems with the venue though, because like I said, leaving was a shit show. We waited in line for drinks for a very fucking long time, like probably like 20 minutes, which is a major problem. The bathroom lines were extremely long to the point where I actually never went to the bathroom before Nectar was playing, and for the first time of my whole entire life, I left a Nectar set to pee, because before it started, I was like, I'd rather wait for like a lull in the set. I wouldn't mind leaving for a second and run to the bathroom in and out really quick than have to wait in this line. And a lot of people were complaining about how long the lines were. Like people were pissing in the sink. Some people like pissed their pants in fucking line. Ugh. This is not really anything to do with a review, but just some interesting topics of conversation that I wanted to touch on about the event. So a lot of people thought that he was gonna play Pink Elephants. If you know me, you know that Pink Elephants is like my #1 chased song, that and Lights, but Lights is just so unrealistic. Every time I go to an event, I like pray for Pink Elephants. But recently, Nectar said in an AMA that Pink Elephants was not going to happen until he could release those big balloons that he debuted at Bonnaroo. I just knew that it wasn't gonna happen this time, but there was a moment when he played in the Hall of the Mountain King or whatever it's called. It reminded me of Pink Elephant, so it was like a little bit of a tease, and like all the lights were pink for a minute, pinky purple, so everyone thought that that was an intro into Pink Elephants. And then also, I guess there was like a room on the 2nd floor, which I never saw because I went straight up to like the upper level, but there was like a room that periodically would have the lights turn on that had the Pink Elephant balloons in it, so people think that was like on purpose for like trying to tease us into thinking that it was gonna happen. There was also rumors that he had them ready just in case, because you know that Nectar doesn't like have a set completely planned and it can go different avenues, so they were out just in case. There's rumors that he was gonna play and then they wouldn't allow him to bring out the balloons. There was rumors that he was gonna play, shoot, what's the freaking song called? Down Like Animals? There obviously are people thinking that everyone was just like tripping balls and like was making it up. I personally have seen no photos. For the amount of people that say that they saw this room with the balloons, it's kind of weird that there's no photos of said balloons, but that's that. I think it was just a fat tease to like ruin our lives, but I don't really know why I do that. I don't know. I can't freaking explain it. Another random story I wanted to get off my chest is that me and my friends had like 2 full rows of that we were with, and we had to get rid of like 3 seats because while I was gone checking out the Haven during one of the openers, a girl K-holed behind us and literally like leaned forward and just threw up all over the seats in front of her, and they never had anyone come clean it up, so that was kind of shitty. Hopefully she's doing okay. I didn't see the girl because she was gone by the time I got back. Some people that we were with that saw it said like halfway through Nectar she like came back, bro. Like this girl has some fucking balls, go right back up to the same section, what the hell. And then there's also this whole other thing, people thinking that Bassnectar is mind controlling them again. Some people, a very small amount of people, but some people said they felt very uneasy and felt Nectar trying to control their minds, which no shade, everyone has their own experience. I'm not trying to shit on anybody, and people were really mean to one girl that said this online, which I think is extremely fucked up. I also reached out to her to be like, hey, sorry everyone's being mean to you, but she only liked the tweet. She didn't even say like thanks, so I was kind of like, I went out of my way to make sure that you were feeling okay and whatever. Still no like hard feelings to that girl. Hope she's doing okay with all that hate, but I also totally do not agree with the fact that Bassnectar is mind controlling us. He's trying to spread a positive message. I don't know why other people like have to try to turn it into something negative. It's just like, I don't know, people are fucking spun, man. I don't think he's mind controlling us. I don't know, I don't even really have anything to say about it. I don't even know why I'm freaking bringing it up. I just think the whole thing's so stupid. But to each their own. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about 360, definitely leave them down below. Let me know what you think about the mind control thing or pink elephant balloons conspiracy. I had the most amazing time at this event. We had a very small group of us that are normally in my festival family that decided to go to this event, so we were really sad to experience the event without them, and we were even more sad because this set was so fucking good that they had to miss it. It was definitely the best New Year's Eve event I've been to so far. Obviously, I said it's my favorite set, so that goes without being said. Thank you so much to Lauren, all the ambassadors, the whole Bassnectar team for putting on such a good time. It's really such a unique experience because of the stage design and all of that, and nothing is better than being with a bunch of like-minded people, bringing in the new year, ending the decade. It's just crazy, the whole entire decade. I started liking EDM in 2010. And the first time I ever heard Bassnectar was in 2010, and here we are entering 2020. Hopefully this helped you. Please do not forget to subscribe if you have not already. Everything I upload is all about festivals. Hit the bell if you want to be notified every single time I upload, because if you don't know when you subscribe, that doesn't mean that they're gonna let you know every single time I upload. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff if you want to be notified about all my daily stuff, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!